Once upon a midnight dreary, while upon a week and weary, over the many quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping as if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more." Distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished tomorrow, vainly I sought to borrow from my books a cease of sorrow for the lost learned more, for the rare and red and maiden whom the angels name will know, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, satin, sudden rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now just to the beating of my heart I stood repeating, "'Tis in visitor entering and so much of it is only visitor entering and so much of it this is nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. Said I, "Oh, madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door that I scarce I sure I had you." Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into the dark despairing long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was a whispered word of an hour. This I whispered, and the echo murmured back the word, "Renoir." Really, there's nothing more. Back into that chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window. Let us me see the weather out, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis a wind and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped the stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped to steady, but a mean a lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of palace just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bud beguiling my side fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. "Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art you not craven? Ghastly, grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on this night's Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much a marvel to send gaily fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though it sounds a little meaning, little reverend simple. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was pleasant saying, but above its chamber door. But all based upon sculpture bust above its chamber door with such a name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on that placid bust, spoke only that one word as if he saw, and that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "All the friends have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me, and all my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness broken by a reply so aptly spoken, "Doubtless," said I, "what that utters is only slackened soul, cut from some unhappy master whose unbosomed disaster full of fast and full of faster, till all his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of hope that melancholy burden bore of nevermore." But the raven, still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I will cushion sate in front of bird and busted door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy and fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yours, this grim and gaining gasticant ominous bird of yours, meant by croaking nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease, reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight glued the door. But whose velvet violet lining that the lamplight glued the door? She's hopeless. Nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed by an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled upon the tufted floor. "Wretch," I cried, "thy God hath lent thee, by the angels who hath sent thee, respite independent from the memories of Renoir. Quaff, oh quaff, this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost honor." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet it still, it but a devil. When the tempter said to where the tempter's cozy here ashore, desolate yet undaunted on this desolate land, enchanted on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore. Here, sir, balm in Gilead, tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, saying of evil, prophet still it but a devil, by the heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore. Tear his soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden I shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be thou word aside upon him, but our feet, I shrieked up starting. Get thee back unto the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul has spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beat from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on a pallid bust of palace just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight on him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.